and with any support that they need. And today, you will witness the fruits of the EIT's work. The EIT Award nominees have been supported through one of the three core activities of EIT: entrepreneurial education, innovation-driven research, and business creation. These activities are reflected in the three categories that we will see our nominees pitch in today. The categories are Changemaker, Innovation Team, Venture. How will today work? We will see a 3-minute-long pre-recorded pitch for each nominee, which will be followed by a Q&A session. Nominees will have 90 seconds to answer these questions. Should they go over time, I will kindly intervene. After that, we move on to the next nominee. After all the nominees have pitched, I will announce who the finalists are and who will continue to the EIT Awards ceremony on the 20th of February at the EIT Summit. After the finalists are known, it will be your turn to pick your top innovator. All the finalists will be up for a fourth category, the EIT Public Award. Online voting will open today. I will give you more information on that after the results are out. Now, let's get started with the first pitches from the EIT Changemaker category.
Peter's always dreamed of starting his own business. To develop his skills and digital innovation knowledge, he enrolled in one of EIT's entrepreneurial education programs, the EIT Digital Master School. Through the program, he was exposed to entrepreneurial skills, had the chance to study in 2 different countries, was connected to industry players, and made like-minded friends. Together with his classmates, he applied what they learned in a series of hackathons, winning one with their device called Entramo that allows multiple patient monitoring. With it, caregivers can remotely measure vital signs of their patients from a distance, reducing their risk from infection. With their product in hand, Peter and his team applied to the EIT for more support. EIT Digital awarded them funding and secured them 4 partners to help scale the project, whilst EIT Health ensured they received medical mentorship. Within 6 months of EIT support, Entramo grew at a rapid pace. Peter and his team have already set up their own business, and they're working with different healthcare environments to start pilot tests of the product. And it all started with Peter joining one of EIT's entrepreneurial education programs. The EIT supports the creation of tomorrow's entrepreneurs. So if you think that's you, discover more about EIT entrepreneurship education programs and courses.
The EIT Changemaker Award celebrates and recognizes the best role model and leader from within the EIT community's education programs, and whose activities and achievements have the potential to generate significant social impact. We will have 3 jury members. They are, in alphabetical order, Dragana Dremanovic, Katarzina Dorsey, and Villa Kairamo. Welcome, dear jury members. Thank you for being here with us. And I will ask one question from each of you. We'll see about the final number of the jury members. We might be going with 2. So the question to you, for the sake of simplicity, will be the same question. How would you describe a change maker? And let's start with Dragana. How would you describe a change maker?
Thank you very much. So being a change maker is about inspiration, about propelling change from within and through all the society, and not just in one country, but broader, like globally. And I think we had a chance to see that from the nominees. So being an inspiration is being a change maker. And I truly believe that each and every one of us, and especially our nominees, serve as a change makers already. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And welcome, Katarzyna. Just in time, I just introduced the jury, and there is one question that I'm asking everybody. And Villa is up. It's the same question for everyone. So, Villa, how would you describe a change maker?
Thank you, and good morning, everyone. I definitely continue from what my colleague, jury member, was just saying. So it's a combination of scalability, impact, being an inspirational role model, and highlighting the, well, in this case, in the European values and excellence in what they do. Great examples of what we're going to see today.
Perfect. Thank you very much. So, Kasia, the same question for you. How would you describe a change maker?
Good morning. So for me, a change maker is a person who is definitely, first of all, has very unique and very ambitious dream of changing this world for a better place. So now young people have a lot of different choices in terms of career, education, and where they want to put their life and energy. And for me, the change maker is the person that, first of all, has a big dream to make this positive impact on the world. Then second, is able to turn this dream into action and achieve some results. And we already see that even though our change makers finalists are very young, they were able already to achieve incredible things, which I'm really amazed and very highly congratulate them on this. And third, everything what they do is also has a huge and can have huge impact, first of all, in what they do. But for me personally, I think it's really important that it's an inspiration for other people. So basically, I believe that especially young people need these role models and see that this is possible and start believing in the power that they have. And I believe that our role is to support them and give them really this option and also acknowledgement for all the efforts that they are doing. Thank you.
Very much. And thank you for all 3 of you for being here with us. Let's move on and see who our nominees are, again, in alphabetical order. From InnoEnergy, Alba Forns. EIT Urban Mobility, Axel Rambeau. EIT Climate Kick, Marnie McGregor. EIT Health, Matthias Pideri. EIT Food, Matyás Bekec. EIT Raw Materials, Mohamed Elamir. Let's get started. First on stage will be the pre-recorded pitch from EIT InnoEnergy, Alba Forns. Let's see the pitch.
I don't want to talk to you about climate change. I don't want to talk to you about hurricanes destroying our homes or floods devastating our communities, because you already know that problem. I want to talk to you about hope, about how the largest investment opportunity of our lifetime can help solve climate change. My name is Alba Forns, and I am the co-founder of Climatize. And to start, I'd like to share with you a story. Back in 2019, my co-founder and I attended the global climate strikes while in Barcelona. We saw this sea of 100,000 people protesting for climate action. We felt hope and motivation, but at the same time sadness, because we knew that the next day we would all go home and nothing would be different. If you can get together 100,000 people and your best option is to make a cardboard sign, that is a glaring problem. Enter Climatize. We are the most transparent way to invest in climate projects. Select a project, start from $10 and earn up to 10% annually. We launched the platform back in May, and since then, we have raised over $2 million for solar projects that support frontline communities. Let me highlight a couple of examples. Our first project was a community solar project for low-income families, where these families were able to save 10% of their electricity bill. Last week, we launched a solar and battery storage project for a family-owned farm. This is the mighty team behind Climatize. My co-founder and I connected during our EIT in Energy Master's program, and we are extremely proud of the culture that we've built and the talent that we've been able to attract. Now, a little bit about me before ending this presentation. Aside from my work at Climatize, I am also a startup mentor. I'm a public speaker, and I hold the accolade of Forbes 30 Under 30 for social impact. This is a little bit about my journey when it comes to EIT Energy. I first connected with them back in 2018 when I was selected to participate in the Energy Transition Business Camp. I did the Renee Master's program in renewable energy. And since then, I've continued to be very connected with the ecosystem. And I actually am today an advisor for the Battle of Green Talents. Join me in rewriting the narrative of climate change from all about sacrifice to an actual opportunity, so that when the next generation asks, what did you do about climate change? You can be proud to say that I invested in our future. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the pitch. Now it's time for the Q&A. And the first question will go to Dragana.
Hi, Alba. Thank you very much, and congratulations for being with us and doing amazing things for everyone. I would like to ask you to share your impressions about how EIT Network and Knowledge supported you with your endeavors and ambitions so far.
Sure. Thank you, Dragana, for the question. Well, first point is that Climatize wouldn't exist if it wouldn't be because of EIT Energy. My co-founder and I connected through the master's program. Climatize was born as a university project. So after that, we escalated it into a company. And aside from that, the skills that I learned through the master's program have been extremely detrimental when it comes to and important when it comes to my work at Climatize, because I am the one who is doing the engineering side of things, solar projects, energy efficiency, and if it wasn't because of those skills, it would be impossible for me to be doing this job. So yes, all around very important, as well as the network and the connections that they have been able to provide for us.
Thank you.
We have time for a very quick question from Kasia and a lightning answer.
Okay, my question is, congratulations on everything that you achieved so far. I believe you have incredible energy. My question to you would be, how would you even more emphasize and share your vision and passion with other people, young people, to make even bigger impact around the world?
In 10 seconds, please.
Mentorship, advising startups, young founders, that's something that I am already doing and that I want to continue doing in the future.
Perfect. Well within time. Congratulations, and thank you very much for the questions and the answers. And now we are moving on to our second nominee from EIT Urban Mobility, Axel Rambo. Let's see the pitch.
Hello everyone, my name is Axel and I've been selected for the EIT Changemaker Awards, representing MEL, a road safety NGO in Chile, and the EIT Urban Mobility. As my work is related to road safety, it's important to keep in mind that according to the World Health Organization, road crashes are the first cause of death for children, teenagers, and young adults in the world between 5 and 29 years old, and that each year 1.19 million people die on the roads. I discovered these facts in 2018 when Melody, my girlfriend, was killed by a reckless driver. With Melody's friend and family, we started MEL, Movimiento contra el Exceso de Velocidad Letal, or Movement Against Lethal Speeding in English. And we've been working ever since to reduce fatalities and serious injury on the roads. We focus on speeding as the leading cause of death on the Chilean roads, and according to the WHO, it represents a third of the fatality globally. Speed increases the likelihood of crash as it narrows down the driver's vision and increases braking distances. And if the crash does occur, speed increases the consequences. In order to reduce fatality due to speed in Chile, we created a strategy. We wanted to reduce speed limits, improve enforcement, and increase sanctions. When we started on our mission, many NGOs were already working to reduce the speed limit in urban areas, from 60 to 50 km per hour. We joined this fight, and together we managed to get the law approved in August 2028. Then we created alliances with other NGOs, members of the civil society, the Ministry of Transport, the Commission on Road Safety, and members of Congress. Together we helped improve and get approved the law project to create a national speed camera system in Chile in 2023. Finally, we advocate for stronger sanctions for high speeding, which became law in October 2022. In 2021, I joined the EIT Urban Mobility Master Program, where I increased my transport engineering skills and also met with a great group of students, passionate and dedicated to making the streets of Europe more sustainable and safer. And this is needed because annually, more than 20,000 people die on the European roads. In order to reduce this number, I became a road safety guest lecturer for the EIT Urban Mobility Master Program and teach the next generation. Together with the EIT Urban Mobility, we also create content about road safety. And finally, thanks to this master program, I managed to become a road safety study leader for the CEREMA, the French Technical Public Administration, and there I do road safety study for the French state, local governments and municipalities, recommending solutions to make French roads safer. Thank you for your time, and together we can stop road fatalities.
Thank you very much for the pitch. And the first question this time goes to Katarzyna.
Hello, congratulations on all the achievements. And my question again will be similar of like, how would you scale all the activities, what you are doing on the global scale? Thank you.
Good morning, but thank you for your question. I think most of the road safety issues are pretty similar from country to country. So I think global coordination is really important to be able to address those issue in each and single countries. So globally, the lead agency is the World Health Organization, and they put together a strategy which is pretty high level, which is still pretty understandable for countries to put their own strategy, to adapt it to their local context, and be able to have some impact. So I think global coordination and also political will to make changes are really important globally.
Thank you very much. We have time for one more question. Ville.
Thank you for the great work and congratulations for being nominated for this award. Based on your experience, what are the best practices of NGO government cooperation, and what would you share to other NGOs that what are the best ways to drive the ambitious goals forward?
I think the most important part is to have kind of a systemical vision of the road safety. It's not just one point that we need to tackle. It's create a system which is safe.
2 sentences, Axel, please. 2 sentences.
So yeah, like I think a systemical vision of road safety and working together, NGOs, governments, and private and public administrations.
Perfect. Thank you very much for the questions and the answers as well. We are moving on to our next nominee, EIT Climate Kick, Marnie McGregor. Let's see the pitch.
Hello, my name is Marnie McGregor. I'm chair of the Greek board of the nonprofit Ekougenia, focused on building a national youth climate corps for Greece. I'm honored to be nominated for the 2024 EIT Changemaker Award. 2023 was the hottest year on record. Greeks have been living through devastating climate disasters. No one in Greece or beyond is truly prepared for this new normal. Ikoyenia is about empowering an eco-conscious generation with the tools and vision to navigate this uncharted road ahead. Ikoyenia is creating a national youth climate corps in Greece, modeled after the AmeriCorps program in the US and California's Climate Corps. Going forward, Ikoyenia envisions Greek summers where youth are actively engaged with local citizens to prevent and manage climate disasters. Beyond taking concrete steps to address the uncertainties fostered by rapid climate change, Ikoyenia is also creating meaningful job opportunities for Greek youth. How are we doing this? By training youth to deliver climate action projects in areas including ecotourism, trail building, children's climate education, wildfire prevention, and disaster management. By offering paid employment and training, we're localizing youth, mobilizing them as boots on the ground. Right now, we're still in pilot mode, focused on 2 impact areas in 2 regions. This spring, we're expanding our scope of work to disaster management in Mount Olympus. Ikoyenia's aim is to become a national program that serves all of Greece. Ikoyenia has numerous local, European, and global funders and partners. An investment of 3 million euros would enable Ikoyenia to establish a national Greece-wide program. This level of funding would allow Ikoyenia to go beyond the current smaller scale pilot phases. As board chair, I'm a Canadian, married to a Greek citizen, and I've adopted Greece as my other home country. I have more than 25 years of experience in local government, communications, and public affairs, focused on local solutions to the climate crisis. Supporting this work is a tiny but mighty team of 5 committed young people. Ikoyenia has 2 co-founders. Leah Papazoglou is a dual Greek-American citizen and 2-time AmeriCorps alumni. Erika Spagakou is a Greek citizen that has brought her European and global experience back to youth in her home country. Ikoyenia is about youth taking the actions necessary to address climate crisis uncertainty and anxiety. How? By providing employment opportunities and taking steps to empower the next generation of Greek youth. By actively working to create a sustainable, prosperous future, Ikoyenia and its cohort of young Greeks are taking an inspiring action. Our future leaders are the real change makers. They give me hope for a better tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And the first question goes to Ville.
Thank you for the impressive work to inspire the youth to take action for the society and climate and gaining the employment opportunities. How are you collaborating, or how are you planning to collaborate with education institutions, startup programs, and other relevant stakeholders to provide the further development and further employment and education opportunities for these people, this youth getting inspired to take the action as part of your program?
Thanks for the question, Ville. And we already work very closely with, we worked extensively with EIT Climate Kick through a hackathon in Hania with students, one of the first youth-based hackathons. The universities in Greece have been very active in sponsoring and partnering many of the activities that Ikoyenia has participated in. So we see it really as a multi-sector stakeholder opportunity, public sector, private sector, and the community as kind of the many legs of the stool that we work with.
Thank you very much. We have time. Dragana, the second question is yours.
I'm interested in explanation of the source or the drive of your passion in your work, if you can elaborate in a few sentences. Thank you.
Thank you. So I'm definitely been a climate activist for many years, working on these issues at the local level for local government, and working in local government, participating in UN climate summits and other opportunity to see youth in action and the very, very direct impact of their voices. Previously, those activities tended to be outside of the decision-making halls, but now we really see activities at a very, very local level. And the Ikoyenia model, where youth are taking direct action and being paid living wages to do the work that they're doing, is the most inspiring work that I'm doing. And I'm very proud to be participating in that in Greece.
Thank you, Monique.
Thank you for the questions and the answers. We are moving on to our next nominee, EIT Health, Matthias Pideri. Let's see the pitch.
Oh, hello. 75% of worldwide population is suffering from gut disorder caused by items like shoes, bra, seat, or a severe disorder like scoliosis. But do you know that more than 70% of those people are women without any suited solution to her morphologies? Matthias Pideri, the CEO and co-founder of Changemaker, an alumnus from EIT Health Master Program for Technological Innovation in Health at University of Barcelona. And with my team, we are the creator of Cyberbionics. But what exactly Cyberbionics is? It's a 3D software that visualizes in 3D the entire human body with muscle and the skeleton, and you can see the effect of the disorder on him. In fact, Cyberbionics help practitioners as R&D engineers to better care and better design products for everyone. For example, after you modelize your visual pattern, you can also export and print in 3D the bones. For example, here I have a femur with the pathology, here an anomaly on the neck of the femur, and see how it affects the cartilage on the knee. At Changemaker, we are already in contract with the CNES, the French NASA, responsible of space, medicine, and his application on Earth within the Europa. At Changemaker, our ambition is clear. With Cyberbionics, we aim at becoming a medtech leader on Earth as on space. Help us to improve life of billions. Vote for Changemaker and his solution, Cyberbionics. Thanks.
Thank you very much. The first question goes to Dragana.
Hello, Matthias. Congratulations once again. My question would be about advices you would share with young people entering this entrepreneurship arena, since you had your own doubts during the years. So what would be your advice for them?
Oh, I think when you have an ambition, there is no limit to her, and we have always to continue to dream and just to do it. In fact, when I met EIT Awards Master Program, I was just an idea, something, and I didn't know it was difficult to realize, but because they pushed me, in fact, in the right direction, I do it what I'm doing now. So just to try. Don't care about everything. It's a life, but it's a very beautiful journey to realize our dream.
Thank you very much. Time for one more. Kasia.
Matthias, how do you think you can increase your impact in terms of inspiring other young people, as you mentioned, to really have the courage to follow the dream and turn all the hard work, especially investment you putting in the research area, to actually turning it into like real products and impacting the world?
In fact, we have two strategies. The first one is to develop whole solutions, not just with medical areas like a practitioner.
Just
we want
two
also
more
to
sentences, please, to wrap it up, because we are out of time. Two more sentences.
Okay. We want to include industrial, all kind of industrial. And for inspiration, we are already create a program that carry on some talented student to initiate to technology.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We are very much out of time now. Thank you for the question and the pitch. We are moving on to the next nominee, EIT Food, Mátyás Bekecs. Let's see the pitch.
Good morning. 50 years. According to the UN's Food and Agriculture Organization, only 50 years of farming left if soil degradation continues like this. My name is Mátyás Bekecs. I'm a farmer from Hungary. I'm changing all farming practices to regenerative farming. We are working on about 500 hectares producing crops and beef. We have 200 heads of Hungarian Simmental cattle to help us to regenerate our soil. I come from a farming family, but I wanted to get away from farming. The way how everybody was farming wasn't attractive for me. I traveled the world, but after that, I realized that I do want to farm, and I came back to my village in 2010. And up until 2 years ago, I was farming in the traditional way, but I was dissatisfied. I have 4 beautiful children, but probably the biggest motivation to change. In the photo, you can see our herd with our farm in the background. Soil degradation, desertification, high usage of chemicals, loss of biodiversity, all of these increase climate change. I read Dirt to Soil 2 years ago. This book helped me to put the whole picture together. We are adopting regenerative agriculture on our farm using Gabe Brown's 6 principles. Context is the first principle. Everyone's context is different. No mechanical, chemical, and physical disturbance, only planting and harvesting or grazing. Armor on the soil surface. We need to protect the soil. Biodiversity, no monocultures. We plant polycultures even as cash crops. Between 2 cash crops, we plant a diverse cover crop, just like in the photo. I believe that as farmers harvest solar energy to feed soil life through photosynthesis. Examples from around the world show that without animals, soil regeneration is much slower and at lower levels. You don't need hundreds of hectares to start. Start small. Here at my house, you can see me with my 2 new lawnmowers. At first, my wife wasn't over the moon when they moved into our garden, but she got used to it. EIT Food organized and sponsored one of the first trainings on regenerative agriculture I attended. There, my farm was elected to be one of 6 farms to do a 3-year research with soil scientists. Now, I have more and more invitations to talk about my experiences. It's very rare to have a farmer who can show it in practice, not just in theory. Farming this way, I feel I have found my purpose why I'm here. I strongly believe that communicating the importance of this issue to other farmers is vital for the future of farming. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The first question goes to Kasia.
Matthias, can you tell me what do you think you can do and others can do to increase recognition for people like you in doing such an important job, to promote it among young people that this is something that can be a fulfilling life and purposeful life and really important life?
Thank you for the question. Probably the best if I show the right example to others, and also education would be very important, where in theory they can hear about it, but in practice is often works better. So I'm doing my best to show it in practice and encourage others to follow my example.
Time for one more. Ville.
Thank you for being a role model. Food and farming is very important for the future and sustainability and security of our societies. We often hear a comment that sustainable farming would be too expensive, that drives everyone to be efficient and efficiency-driven farming. Is that really so? What's your opinion? And could we combine the cost effectiveness with sustainability?
I think actually if we use the nature help, then our production cost can be even lower than in the normal, traditional, conventional way. So I think it wouldn't need to be necessary, be more expensive, the product, the final product.
All right. Thank you very much for the questions and the answers. And we are moving on to our next nominee, EIT Raw Materials, Mohammed El Amir. Let's see the pitch.
I already know our planet is drowning in plastics, but a major contributor of this issue is the plastics foam production. Only 1% of it gets recycled annually, while the rest ends up as a waste. Imagine that 90% of all the plastic debris in the ocean are styrofoam. And for that, regions or governments are tightening the regulations and consumers are demanding for a more sustainable alternative. My name is Mohammed El Amir. I am a co-founder of WOMI, and I've come here to present to you our innovative solution. WOMI is a fully bio-based foam. It's 100% biodegradable and plastic-free. It's recyclable with cardboard. It's non-toxic that you could even eat it, and it's also strong and lightweight. WOMI is made through different raw materials. We don't rely on a single raw material. We can utilize wood-based fibers, agricultural waste, or recycled cardboard. And with a wet-to-dry extrusion process, we can get to have a continuous process to produce a WOMI biofoam sheets that is assembled into blocks. We are starting in the packaging foam industry at a worth of 17 billion, but our biofoam has endless application possibilities in the global foam market and potentially to revolutionize the whole foam industry. Our main product is WOMI biofoam boards, which is a drop-in replacement for plastic foams. But with a proof of concept and demonstrate with our customers, they can post-process our biofoams to best fit their products so you can customize it in a different shape and size. WOMI stands out from other biofoams in the market in terms of strength, lightweight properties, and scalability. Here's where our competitors are, and if we take out the harmful plastic foams or they are banned, they would have a gap in the market. And WOMI is the only bio-based foams that fits in these criteria and can even compete with the plastics foams. Our biofoam has a fully circular life cycle which benefits the whole supply chain and ensures that the brands will reach their goals and consumers can have what they want of a new sustainable material. We have a clear plan to scale our production. We already have scaled up 10 times, and the next step is to develop our first scalable pilot factory. And by 2028, our goal is to license the technology after it's been matured and expand globally. And now we are ready to take the next step. And for that, we are raising an A round of 5 million to build our pilot factory and get our technology mature enough for a commercial scale. We started off as a research project in Aalto University with a team of founders that is a mix of scientists, entrepreneurs, and designers. We founded the company and spun off in 2022, and we have a passion and determined to transform the whole foam industry and make a difference. So if you want to be part of our story, join our mission and let's...
Thank you very much. First question, Ville.
Thank you for the excellent work. I believe your company is really driving for a sustainable future. Your material is being used in a variety of products in many different industries. Based on your experience, how could we promote the sustainable materials and make the end consumers more interested in those to drive more sustainable purchasing decisions?
Thank you for your question. I believe that the initiative comes from our side, that as we are reaching many of these luxury known brands that are well known out there, we're doing our best to collaborate with them and show them the potential of this new material. The PR that comes out of it, and also the help of the community being part of communities as like EIT and Changemakers and all the other communities that I'm part of is also like kind of a platform for us to kind of talk about the impact of the plastic foam that not everyone is aware of how big is it and how we can fight that by providing these innovations into the market.
For one more, Dragana.
Thank you very much, Mohammed. Actually, this would be a kind request, not just for you, but for all the nominees we had during this process. It's a kind request to keep believing in yourself, at least as much as we believe in you guys from the bottom of our hearts, and to keep doing amazing things for yourself, for your society, inspiring all of us. So if you can do that for us, we would be very happy, and good luck with all the things you're doing.
Thank you. Really appreciate that.
Thank you very much. Thank you for all the nominees who have joined us by now, and all the jury members for your work and for spending your time with us. And now, the most exciting part of this category, I will announce the finalists in alphabetical order. They are none other than Alba Forns, EIT InnoEnergy, Excel Rembo, EIT Urban Mobility, and Mohammed Elamir, EIT Raw Materials. A huge round of applause. Everybody in the studio, back home, round of applause. Thank you very much. Amazing pitches and great Q&A section. Thank you again. And now with that, we move on to our next category, the EIT Innovation Team Award.
When Mark joined Diaboloop, a company specializing in automated type 1 diabetes management, he knew that they needed to create a solution for kids. The problem was they didn't have the resources required. So to work on their children's product, they needed expert partners and financing. And with EIT Health, they got it. Through EIT Health's work, they found their partners, a university in Belgium and a research institute in Germany. This cross-border cooperation helped speed up the research and development of the children's product, D for Kids. EIT Health also helped the partners secure financing for their product and increase their profile. Now, D for Kids is in the process of getting certified, and once it does, it will be able to help children across Europe manage their diabetes. Innovation is at the heart of what D for Kids does. Is it at the core of what you do? Find out how the EIT can help you connect with the perfect partnership.
The EIT Innovation Team Award celebrates and recognizes the innovation team, researchers, academics, and entrepreneurs. The team that developed the best unique product, service, or process with high added value and breakthrough potential in their respective fields. The jury members for the category in alphabetical order: David Humph, Karina Angelieva, and Nicola Vigneron. Welcome, dear jury members. We'll just wait for everybody to connect. Hopefully it will be the three of you. Perfect, everybody is here. Welcome, welcome. I will ask one question from each of you, and as before, it will be the same question in alphabetical order. So David, what were your impressions from the pitches from last week?
Hi, all together. Glad to be here. I was very impressed, and actually I was also proud to see what is happening in Europe with the innovation teams, as well as actually the innovations they bring to the market. So impressed is probably the one single word.
Thank you very much. Karina, the same question. What were your impressions from the pitches from last week?
Thank you so much. It's really very nice to join today. What was my impression? The impression is that EIT is doing its job very well. This was my impression. We had not only a very good quality projects, but it was very difficult because all of them showcase a partnership among academia and business, and above all, the entrepreneurial thinking and entrepreneurial spirit. So very good for the future of EU and also of EIT. Very good showcase examples.
Thank you very much. Last but not least, Nicola, same question. What were your impressions from the pitches from last week?
Thanks for the questions and also for the invitation. It's an honor for me to be amongst you today. I mean, like David, I think I was very much impressed. No, I mean, but not to say exactly in one word impressed like David. I think hope, no, and hope in the fact in the capacity in Europe to innovate. No, we've seen great projects, great teams as well, and I would like to congratulate them for having participated to this innovation award.
Thank you very much, and thank you for all of you for being here with us. Let's see who our nominees are. Again, in alphabetical order. Altris AB, Christer Bergqvist. Assist, Manuel Marina. Biosimulytics, Peter Doyle. Breeze, Rachel Brown. HiQ Carb, Andreas Bittner. RoboTwin, Maggie Majerkova. And let's start with our first nominee, Altris AB, Christer Bergqvist. Let's see the pitch.
Hi, my name is Christer Bergqvist. I'm the CFO and Deputy CEO of Altris, and I'm here to tell you today about the next generation safe and sustainable sodium-ion batteries. Another word for sodium is salt. So what we're doing is we're enabling a massive build out of battery capacity with a cheaper, more sustainable and available product than lithium-ion batteries that's currently the go-to chemistry for batteries. And we're doing this really because in order for us to maintain the 1.5 degree heating scenario that was agreed by leaders of state in the Paris Agreement, we need to deploy massive amounts of renewable energy, wind, solar. But there's a problem in that. The wind doesn't always blow, the sun doesn't always shine, so you need to find a way of storing that energy. That's where we come in with Altris. We built up a value chain and supply chain that is completely disconnected from China, utilizing only abundant raw materials, and we've proven that this is possible. We built a cell in less than 24 months for Northvolt, one of the leading green energy transition players in the Nordics. We're developing another for Clarius, the largest automotive low voltage application in the world, that is going to go and replace lead acid batteries. We have our in-house cell development line where we can do quicker customer iterations than normally, and we can tailor that spec for your customer demands. Basically meaning that you get a fully working cell with a blueprint of all the components needed to deliver with a completely regional value chain, zero dependency on China or mining of cobalt in Congo, nothing like that. And we have an unparalleled CO2 footprint where we can get down to as low as single-digit kilos per kilowatt hour produced, which is 60% or lower than best-in-class lithium-ion. We're now taking the next step in our journey, building our first pilot factory here in Sweden, where we're going to produce up to 1 gigawatt hour of cathode active material, which is our core. We're then using that blueprint to build bigger and more of the larger gigawatt factories out in the world to deploy in North America as well as in Europe. We're currently raising $50 million to be able to build this first pilot factory and to further develop our R&D capabilities. We're based in Uppsala, Sweden, where we sprung out of the university as a research project, and we now have the likes of Northvolt, InnoEnergy, and Molindo as core investors in us. And we're now taking the next steps, and we're super happy to be telling you about this opportunity. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you very much. It's time for the Q&A. First question goes to David.
Hi, Chris. Where do you think you will get your funding from, and is it going to be European sources or, as always, American and Asian?
Very happy to say that the majority of the investors we're talking to, strategic as well as financial, are primarily based in Europe. We do have interest from the US, but currently it's more or less majority European investors.
Great. Very efficient. Thank you. We have time for more questions. Karina, the second question is yours.
Thank you so much. I'll be interested to hear more. How do you think your technology could bring impact on citizens, and also on the mindset that we should shift to new materials, technologies, yeah, this is it basically.
Thanks, Karina. Our core approach when we developed Altris and we developed these sodium-ion batteries was really to build a completely regional value chain based on supply that is abundant, so there's no scarcity, there is no labor intensity or degradation of soil as we sort of extract these core components, as some of the problems you see with lithium-ion. So that was the first part. The second part is we're building a safe battery, meaning that you can place these batteries in your residential buildings, in commercial buildings, without
Two more sentences, please. We have run out of time.
Problems that you see with lithium-ion. And last but not least, we want this to be something that can be deployed to the mass market, so it needs to be cheap, which is what we've been able to complete as well.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Thank you for the questions and the answers. Our next nominee is Assist, Manuel Marina. Let's see the pitch.
I'm Manuel Marina, co-founder and CEO at Eindhoven. I'm pleased to present the Assist Consortium, a project built to reduce the impact of cardiovascular disease. Let's start with the problem. Cardiovascular disease is the first cause of death and the single largest cost driver in the global healthcare system. I'm a cardiologist and I have seen this pain firsthand every single day. The real problem is time. We doctors spend almost 1 million hours a day in Europe analyzing electrocardiograms, also known as ECGs, which is the way we diagnose many heart problems such as heart attacks. Heart attacks are the #1 cause of death in adults, and it's expected to double by 2035. There are 2 critical issues associated with heart attacks that we want to solve. First one, inaccurate diagnosis. The second one, delays in intervention. 2 main factors related with mortality. To do so, an accurate and fast ECG diagnosis is needed to activate the emergency service and treat the patient. That's why we are developing WillMST, the world's first artificial intelligence platform to detect heart attacks. Willem is a very capable AI model able to understand what is happening in the heart of a patient suffering a cardiac event. By integrating this technology into the ambulances and the emergency rooms, our goal is to automate ECG analysis and provide real-time alerts to healthcare professionals. We expect to increase sensitivity to over 95%, reduce false negative diagnosis to less than 0.5%, and minimize diagnosis time to less than 7 minutes. Thanks to EIT Health, we are training and testing Willem on over 50,000 ECGs from patients that have suffered a heart attack in Europe and America. Early results show that Willem is becoming as good as qualified cardiologists with heart attacks in ECGs, which means we have the potential to prevent misdiagnosis and reduce delays. Our commercial strategy involves integrating WillMST into our existing AI platform. It's a B2B SaaS model, engagement is high and it's growing. This allows us to integrate with existing systems in an easy-to-use way all over Europe. Here are all the countries involved. Eindhoven is leading the consortium. We are 14 prestigious institutions in Europe and America working together to make it happen. Our objective is to unleash the full potential of health data and create innovation through the secondary use of data, and moreover, to develop an AI technology that will reduce patients' mortality and healthcare costs. I'm the one presenting today, but there is a very strong team of scientists, cardiologists, healthcare providers, and scientific societies working together with engineers, tech leaders, lawyers, product, market access, and commercial teams. We are delivering not just a breakthrough scientific innovation, but also a state-of-the-art AI product into the market. We aim to create knowledge, science, and technology by building safe and high-performance artificial intelligence systems in healthcare to make medical-grade AI helpful for everyone suffering a heart attack. We believe that if we are successful, we will improve the health of millions of citizens globally. Thank you very much for your support.
Thank you very much. The first question goes to Karina.
With pleasure. We were already very impressed from this innovation. So Manuel, do you think you will be able also to affect and stimulate national level changes on the legislation so that we really can see innovation in the health sector and medical care?
Thank you, Karina. I think ASSIST and the consortium we are building is an example of why healthcare systems can benefit from the second use of data and why patients that have already suffered a heart attack should be able to share those data in a very compliant environment so technology can be built and support the patient that is going to suffer the next heart attack. And I think legislation is needed on data privacy agreements, on how those data from public and private institutions will be done in the coming years, so we can build such a technology that is kind of data-driven technologies. AI is software that is learning from real data, and Europe and the world is not ready as far as healthcare is concerned, and things have to happen this is one example, this consortium with 14 partners working together from Europe and America, sharing heart attack data to make that technology a reality and to put that technology into the market and become a real product, not just a paper, but a real product that can reach patients in a compliant way.
All right, lightning question, lightning answer, please. Nicola.
Yeah, thank you, Manuel. And I would like to ask you about the data. How do you plan actually to protect and to secure this data, and especially during this development or testing phase?
In 2 sentences, please.
Eindhoven is a data processor in this consortium, and all the institutions are data owners, and the patient is the data owner. And sorry, the institutions are the data controllers, and the patient is the data owner. And then we have all the ISO standards, all the international standards to cloud security, data privacy. So we have already the infrastructure in place.
All right. Unfortunately, we ran out of time. Thank you very much. And we are moving on to our next nominee, Biosimulytics, Peter Doyle. Let's see the pitch.
Good morning. My name is Peter Doyle, and I'm a director and one of the co-founders of Biosimulytics. So what does Biosimulytics do? We are building a quantum physics-based AI power platform designed to dramatically improve the speed and success rate in drug development. One of the major bottlenecks in drug development is caused by polymorphism, which means that a molecule can have many interchangeable forms in the solid or crystal state. Different polymorphs have different properties, making the drug possibly less effective or even harmful to the patient. Pharmaceutical companies spend a fortune in time and money trying to find the right form of their molecule for patient use, whether as a pill, a liquid, a cream, a spray, or an injection. And an estimated 40% of drugs never make it to market due to issues with polymorph control. The problem is so challenging because a molecule can have millions of possible crystal structures, so finding the most stable one for development is like searching for a very small needle in a giant haystack. Predictive technology, in the form of crystal structure prediction software, is a game changer for the industry. CSP solutions can map the entire polymorph landscape of a molecule and identify the lowest energy structures. This digitization of the process means smarter and faster decision-making by lab scientists, meaning that new medicines can get to market faster, providing earlier returns on investment to the pharma companies and earlier treatments for so many patients in need. Unfortunately, CSP technology is currently too slow, expensive, and limited in its scope to be used by anyone except a few of the very biggest pharma companies, even though most new medicines are being developed by the mass market of smaller biotech companies who have no access to this technology. Biosimulytics has developed a breakthrough solution based on AI neural networks and a patented algorithm for intelligent crystal structure search, that means we can bring a fast and affordable CSP solution to the market that will be accessible through the cloud for every lab, big and small. Since founding the spin-out, we have gained rapid traction, starting at the national level in Ireland, before scaling into Europe via EIT Health and EIT Digital, and now with the support of the EIC Accelerator. We have all the pillars in place for strong growth, from top partners on the technology and sales channel sides to major launching customers. The market opportunity for AI drug development is massive at over $5 billion, with excellent multiples of 10 to 15x on revenues for similar companies to us. So we are extremely excited about the future prospects for our company. Thank you for listening, and for more information, please visit us on the web at www.biosimilitics.ai.
Thank you very much. The first question goes to Nicola.
Yes, good morning, Peter. I would like to know if you can tell us a bit more about how will your company scale up?
Thank you, Nicholas. So the critical things for us for scaling is on the technology side for the high performance computing infrastructure, the cloud infrastructure. And there we have a major French partner that has very large data centers and globally, and are partnering with us to scale the solution and introduce it on a global basis. And also on the sales channel side for access to the mass market of pharma companies, we have a strategic partnership with a US Chinese company that has over 1,000 pharmaceutical clients, many smaller ones. They currently specialize in experimentation, and they want to bring the digital solution to their customer base as well.
Thank you very much. Next question, David.
Hi, Peter. What's going to be your pricing or revenue model with your customers?
Thank you, David. Yeah, so we charge on a per molecule basis for a screening, and that's competitive with the current state of the art. But where we can really grow and scale the revenues is through a SaaS or software as a service type platform. So customers will be able to upload their molecule and run a screening. And there's nearly 20,000 or more than 20,000 new molecular entities in the R&D pipeline, pharmaceuticals globally on an annual basis. So that gives us a very nice addressable market. That will be the initial driving of our product revenues. And then we look to strategically work with pharmaceutical clients on an IP royalty basis for new molecules and new structures that we will help bring successfully to the market.
Thank you very much for the questions and the answers. We are moving on to our next nominee, Breeze Rachel Brown. Let's see the pitch.
How do you feel looking at these photos of the UK's largest food export, Atlantic salmon? I'm sure you don't fancy eating them, and you probably think they haven't been well looked after. These salmon are suffering from heavy infections of sea lice, flesh-eating parasites that live on their skin, causing severe distress and discomfort, and a huge impact on quality of life. Almost all salmon, farmed and wild, will experience a sea lice infection during their lifetime. The financial impact of these parasites is complicated. However, studies have shown that they can cost the average farmer up to 9% of revenues. It's estimated that losses due to sea lice cost the Norwegian salmon industry alone, the largest in the world, about £500 million per year. Sea lice are becoming resistant to many treatment options currently available, and regulations around how farmers can treat them are getting stricter. There are many restrictions in every country around what substances can be released into the water, and as the world strives for cleaner oceans, these become more difficult to navigate every day. Ultimately, any treatment is stressful for fish, so handling is always kept to a minimum. Where possible, treating fish in their usual environment inside the pen means less handling and less stress for sick fish. Breeze is designed to deliver a unique treatment that targets these problems head-on, improving fish welfare, lowering environmental impact, and removing more sea lice. Our team consists of fish health solution providers Aquapharma, Scottish R&D company Pulsea, and the prestigious Norwegian University of Science and Technology. The treatment will be a two-phase approach using Aquapharma's existing hydrogen peroxide solution. Phase 1 adds the acoustic technology designed by Pulsea into the fish pen during the hydrogen peroxide treatment, and Phase 2 validates the neutral ocean environment left behind following extensive research into the chemical breakdown processes. The innovation allows the fish to stay in their pen for the whole treatment. The pen is surrounded by a huge tarpaulin sheet, the black line now appearing around the pen. This forms the bath. Hydrogen peroxide is added and the acoustic device lowered in. It releases specialist sounds that oscillate bubbles formed during peroxide breakdown. When bubbles oscillate on and inside the sea lice, they fall off or die. It can reduce the amount of medicine needed by up to 60%, hugely improving the experience for the fish and for the environment. Since 2009, Aquapharma has developed and delivered health management systems to the global salmon industry. We're currently established in 8 countries and working with some of the largest salmon producing customers in the world, but we're always looking for new partnerships. Breeze will hold a strong place in the sea lice treatment market for these reasons. Fish can be treated inside their pens, reducing stress. Hydrogen peroxide breaks down into water and oxygen, leaving no residue in the fish, meaning they can be eaten immediately after treatment. And our treatment is only 20 minutes, so many pens can be treated in one day, increasing treatment efficiency and reducing costs. These factors alone prove the strength of this vital new tool in the box for global sea lice control. Thank you for listening, and if you'd like to know more, please get in touch using the QR code on the slide.
Thank you very much. The first question goes to David.
Hi, Rachel. How would the award help you in the development of your company?
So I'm sorry, I just missed the very first part of that question. Really sorry.
No problem. This award here, how, if winning it, imagining winning it, how would it help you in the development of your company?
Thank you. So the award is around the innovation team and the success of the team, and the whole point of our funding here has been around, or a lot of it has been around dissemination and sharing of knowledge. So winning this award would help us to share with the rest of the world how important this funding has been overall and how we have really incorporated EIT food into the development of this product, and we can share that amongst all of our channels with our product consumers, so the end users, you as well.
All right, next question, Karina.
Thank you, Kai. And from me, Rachel, there are clear benefits and for farmers and for the sector. It's amazing. Still, can you share with us how do you plan to communicate also the impact on the environment and the benefits for the mission ocean?
So these will be communicated through our regulatory sources primarily. So we work directly with all of the different regulatory bodies in pretty much every country we work in. So all of the salmon farming countries, and most of this will be sort of come out through the regulations that we can lift and the ones that we can work with and improve for the use of our product or the treatments for these salmon for the sea lice throughout the world in every salmon
Thank you very much.
country.
We have run out of time. Thank you. And we are moving on. Our next nominee is High Q Carb, Andreas Bittner. See the pitch.
Hello, everybody. My name is Andreas Bittner from Team High Q Carb, and today I want to give you a short introduction into the world's greenest carbons for an improved battery performance. All batteries need carbon additives as conductive agents, but the problem is that the current production of these carbons is associated with high CO2 emissions, and there's no European producer for advanced materials. Our High Q Carb high-quality carbons are the solution for this problem, with 100% production in the European Union and clear, measurable benefits. Compared to the main Chinese competitor, our carbons increase conductivity by at least 33%, which means a significantly enhanced energy efficiency and battery power. Furthermore, they reduce the capacity loss after cycling by more than 50%, which means a strongly improved battery cycle life. And last but not least, their production is associated with up to 90% reduced greenhouse gas emissions. Our products consist of low carbon footprint, wet beaded acetylene black and bio-based ultra-thin carbon nanotubes, which create a strong USP. Both materials are patented and registered as the trademarks Printex and Gravistrength. In combination, they form a synergetic, better conductive network that further increases battery performance and cost efficiency. Thanks to the support of the EIT raw materials, we have already installed 2 big production plants. The biggest one is the industrial plant of our partner Orion Engineered Carbons with a capacity of more than 3,000 tons per year. This is supplemented by the pilot plant of our partner Arkema. Based on these activities, more than 10 jobs had been generated or secured, and more than 20 customers have been successfully supplied. First long-term contracts are negotiated, and there are no limits for further market penetration. To reach all of this, we have a strong, highly motivated and diverse team with complementary competences from industry, research, and education. With our materials innovation, we are tackling some of the greatest ecological, economic, and social challenges, which are mitigation of climate change, renewable energy and green mobility, responsible use of resources, resilience of European industry, and economic growth. You're all invited to be part of our green batteries revolution.
Thank you very much. The first question goes to Karina.
Yes, thank you. Hi, Andreas.
Hi, Karina.
I would like to ask you how this innovation, this breakthrough technology will be spread across Europe, will stay in Europe, and will bring this so much looking forward technological sovereignty of the European Union.
It is a breakthrough technology because it has an extremely superior environmental footprint. We can reduce the CO2 emissions related to the materials production by more than 90%, which is really a lot. And we can significantly increase the performance of the batteries, which is very important to make them usable for broadly used electric vehicles and also for electrochemical storage for renewable energy. So it will have a big impact on a successful energy transition and green mobility in Europe. And it fills a gap in the battery value chain in Europe. No? So a lot of materials production is happening in China. And regarding the carbon additives production, we have no single producer in Europe for the carbon nanotubes that enable this high performance. And we have no single producer for the low carbon footprint azotherm black, only furnace black, which is a dirty process.
All right, lightning question, lightning answer, please. Nicola.
Yeah, hi, Andreas. I would like to know if you can tell us a bit more about how do you plan to develop your product in order to keep your competitive edge in the future.
Mm-hmm. So we have protected our wet beading process for the azotherm black. So we are selling this product as easy handleable beads and not a critical powder that can create dust. A big USP and protected. And regarding the carbon nanotubes, we have 8 patents on it, so it's also perfectly patented.
And we ran out of time. Thank you very much.
Thank you too.
We are moving on to our next nominee, Robo-Twin, Maggie Majerkova. Let's see the pitch.
Hi, my name is Maggie. I'm the CTO and co-founder of Robo-Twin, and we are the first one bringing human-centric automation to the market. Why? Because this is how manufacturing looks nowadays. Still dirty and unhealthy, reliant on humans doing repetitive, heavy jobs in toxic environments. Manufacturers suffer from lack of workforce, therefore have to decline up to 20% of orders, which limits their business growth. They really want to automate. Unfortunately, for most small and middle-sized manufacturers, the classical automation does not work. Classical automation means laying off skilled workers and replacing them with a robot programmer who costs 2 times more. This robot programmer lacks the knowledge of the technology and therefore is not able to program products that are too complex. Robots are utilized by 40% only. And it takes up to a month to tune a trajectory for a new product. What a waste of time and resources. Not a surprise that McKinsey states that the second top challenge related to automation is the robot programming. And that's the challenge we have solved. Robo-Twin is the first one digitizing employees' know-how, and integrating workers into the process of automation. Imagine a painter who knows very well his job. He paints the first product, Robotwin tracks his motion when he does it, and automatically generates the robot trajectories to automate the whole painting process. From this time further, all the other products in the series can be painted by the robot. Robotwin is empowering workers to become robot teachers. Companies save up to 50% of production costs because they do not need to pay for external robot programmers anymore. Robotwin brings higher robot utilization because even the most complex tasks can be automated, and it reduces time to market by up to 80% from weeks to only several days. Robotwin transforms routine manual jobs into collaborative automation that is safer, healthier, and more flexible. That's why users interested in Robotwin are not only paint shops, but also automotive, furniture, or metal industries, reaching an amount of about 25,000 manufacturers just in Europe itself. The robotics market is huge and is growing by 27% yearly. We take this opportunity seriously. Thanks to the EIT grant and our EIT partners, we developed our product, already have first paying customers, and we are closer to our vision, saving humans from doing unhealthy, repetitive jobs in the age of automation. So please, if you share this vision too, support our journey towards sustainable manufacturing for everyone. Thank you.
Thank you very much. First question, Nicola.
Yeah, hi Maggie. Can you tell us more about how do you plan to expand to other markets?
Okay, thank you very much for the question. Sure. So our best go-to-market strategy lies in the partnership with system integrators. So these are companies who actually install the automation solutions into manufacturing places. They install the robots and all the equipment, and they will become our distributors. So through the channel of system integrators, we can reach a big market with quite a low effort. And they, thanks to the partnership, they are our distributors and can enter, together we can enter the markets, not only in Czech Republic, but also in the rest of Europe.
Thank you very much. Next question, David.
Hi, Maggie. How do you convince the workers to train the robots?
Nice question. Thank you for that. So we really try to develop a technology that is very natural for them, and it actually doesn't pose any additional requirements on them. So when they do the teaching, it's not different from their daily job. So the daily painting they are used to do, it doesn't change. So for them, it's very easy to use, it's very natural, and they don't need to learn how to use VR or headsets or simulations. It's very, very natural. And obviously, they can see the benefit on their work environment and work conditions. When they do the robot teaching, they can reduce the time spent doing the repetitive painting and the repetitive manual jobs. So we believe, based on the first trials and first interviews with the workers, that it's a technology that they welcome because it can help them to improve their working conditions.
Thank you very much. Thank you for all the questions and all the answers from all the nominees and all the jury members. And now we move on once again to the most exciting part of this category, is when we'll see all the nominees and we will see which three of them will make it to the EIT Summit, strictly in alphabetical order once again. And they are Altris AB, EIT InnoEnergy, Biosimulitics, EIT Digital, and HiQ Carb, EIT Raw Materials. A round of applause, everybody in the studio, at home. Congratulations, well done, and good luck for the next round. Now, we will go on a break, but after that, we will continue with the EIT Venture Awards. We'll be back at 11:50. Stay tuned and stay with us. See you soon. Welcome back to the EIT Awards Semi-Finals. We are continuing with our final category, the EIT Venture category.
As an engineer, Christina finds solutions to problems. So when she discovered the environmental impact of the shipping industry, she knew there had to be a better way. She co-founded Bound for Blue to develop solutions for climate-friendly, healthy shipping. The company applied to join EIT's Climate Kicks Business Accelerator program, where startups are taken through an 18-month program to grow great ideas and products into greater businesses. Bound for Blue had already designed a great idea, a system that uses wind to push ships forward, reducing the main engine power required, fuel consumption, and pollutants released into the environment. But Christina felt they lacked the knowledge needed to run a growing business. With the EIT community support, that all changed. Through the acceleration program, Bound for Blue got the knowledge they needed to properly segment their market and find the right customers. They also benefited from financing, mentoring, training, and access to a global network of investors, all of which helped them scale up their technology and gave them the boost they needed on the market. Thanks to the accelerator program, Bound for Blue's cells are about to be implemented onto vessels, and within 5 years, they'll enable savings of 590,000 tons of CO2 emissions. Have you got a promising business idea? Do you want to scale your business? Then join the EIT Community's business creation and acceleration programs, where we connect, grow, and boost your businesses.
The EIT Venture Award recognizes the startup with the greatest potential to generate impact on citizens and the economy, addressing major societal challenges. The jury members for this category in alphabetical order, Andrei Fyodorev and Helmut Spindler. Thank you very much, dear jury members, for being here with us. Soon they will pop up on your screen. And I will ask the same question. Hi, nice to see you. I will ask the same question from both of you. And that is, it's pretty long, so pay attention, please. What advice would you give for somebody that has a great idea that they want to take to the market? Andrei.
How many hours I have for the answer?
30 seconds.
30 seconds. Then I would say I will go to your customer and talk to the customer directly, because a lot of people have the ideas they love, like children, but they are afraid of crash testing that. The more closer you are to reality, the more time you spend with your real customers, the better you will perform.
Perfect. Well, within 30 seconds, thank you very much. Helmut, what advice would you give for somebody that has a great idea that they want to take to the market? So the same question.
Do it. I think it's just all about studying. I think that's like most people give up on their dreams too early. You need to get into something, and when you are doing something, you're getting an expert. And it sometimes takes probably years to get into something, but if you start doing it, you get an expert in doing it, and then you also know what the market needs, and then you can establish a business. Don't leave too early.
All right, thank you very much. And let's see who our nominees are, once again in alphabetical order. Agrovar CC, Konstantin Haralampiev, Sirko Leon, Antoine Welter, N-Line Manuel Limos, InHeart, Jean-Marc Peyrat, Newcaps, Mariana Otto, Recatalyst, Thomas Biziak, Stillfold, Jonas Nivang, WSense, Chiara Petroli. Let's start with our first nominee, Agrovar CC, Konstantin Haralampiev. Let's see the pitch.
My name is Konstantin, and I'm one of the co-founders of Agrovar. Our company's focus is to help farmers sustainably transition from conventional to regenerative agriculture. The agricultural sector currently has a few very big problems, the first one being climate change. The effects of climate change have been felt very rapidly, especially in the main grain production areas of Europe. The European Union is pushing down very strict regulations following the Farm to Fork initiative and the Green Deal to urge farmers sustainably transition to regenerative agriculture. However, the process is very individual and most farmers are not prepared to do that as quickly as they should. There is lack of competent agronomists on the market to help farmers with that transition, and the cost of traditional inputs is increasing every year, which is hurting farmers' profitability and ability to stay and work in the sector. We want to help the farmers with custom recommendations, which are based on our software. We are using AI to analyze over 2 million data points per field and per farm, which are coming from soil analysis, from climate information, and from satellite information, and from information from the actual farmers, in order to create these custom recommendations and for the farmers to be able to manage that sustainable transition and to do it with minimum expenses and maximum results. We are also developing a carbon credit program, which the farmers can use to add some extra financial help to their farms and certify the positive impact which they have on the environment because of the lowered use of chemical inputs and minimizing the tillage on their land. We're currently working and operating in Bulgaria with over 100 farmers, managing over 50,000 hectares of land, and we have over 40,000 hectares signed up in the carbon credit program. We've realized over 300,000 euros of revenue last year, and so far, since the beginning of the company, we have raised 2 funding rounds, a pre-seed round in 2021 and a seed round which will be finalized this year. Our team is highly experienced. I myself have financial background. I have exited a few businesses successfully, and my co-founder Boris has been able to help manage the sustainable transition of over 100,000 hectares in Bulgaria.
Thank you very much. The first question goes to Andrei.
Question is, what are your plans for the coming next 5 years?
Konstantin, you're on mute.
All right. Hi. Sorry, guys. I'm driving. I'm actually on the field as we speak. Well, the plan for the next 5 years are for the company to expand to a few local markets, Romania, Hungary, Slovakia, and hopefully Ukraine in the next 5 years. We see a lot of potential in these markets. And in terms of operations development, we're looking to expand AI services. We have found a few niches where we could train our AI to extract certain data, which will help farmers be even more compliant with the upcoming European regulations. So yeah, this will be our focus in the next few years, expanding the market and further developing the AI services in the software.
Thank you.
Perfect,
Time for a lightning quick question and answer. Helmut.
Hi, Konstantin. What is the major ecological impact that you see with your software?
Well, the biggest impact that we see is the development of the biodiversity in the grain production areas of Europe, because the soils have been depleted over the last 20-25 years with the expansion of using more heavy machinery and more heavy fertilizing. We're
Two
hoping
more
to
sentences, please. Two more and wrap it up, please.
Oh, okay. All right.
For now. Okay. Thank you very much. Perfect. Thank you for the questions and the answer. Unfortunately, we ran out of time. Moving on to our next nominee, Circuli Ion, Antoine Welter. Let's see the pitch.
At Circuli Ion, we boost battery value. On your way to this event, I'm sure you've seen our economies being electrified. Not only our mobility, also our home appliances and electronics. But let's put some numbers to this growth. Between 2019 and 2030, the amount of batteries in our economy will have multiplied by 15. However, today's recycling industry is still old school, as it uses a lot of energy to only recover very low rates of materials. This is why at Circuli Ion we've developed an automated process to be able to reuse battery cells and the electronics and give other battery components a clean recycling stream. How do we do this? We've developed a battery data platform which we combine with industry robots to be able to dismantle batteries safely and at scale. We collect the battery data and we're regulatory compliant. Data is key to what we do, as we use our own data warehouses to mine and find new ways of opening battery packs. We use it to qualify battery cells for a second or third life, and we visualize the data and give it to the industry so they can take data-driven decisions. It's also a very interesting business case, as you can recycle a battery once, but you can upcycle it 2 to 3 times. This is why we've been able to convince industry leaders early to join our journey, as well as win the European Innovation Council Award, dotted with 5.5 million. To be able to accomplish this mission, we've brought academic excellence together with industry leaders from the manufacturing space to be able to scale. I'm looking forward to discussing batteries with you.
Thank you very much. First question goes to Helmut.
Hello, Antoine. My question is, how is your go-to-market strategy with this? Who are your customers? Is it recyclers, manufacturers? How are you going to approach this big issue?
Thank you, Helmut, for the question. So the way we roll out is, first of all, we run our own facility in Germany right now, so where we can treat up to 7,000 tons a year, and we're building up our own one in Luxembourg. Those are the two hubs, so to say, that we will run ourselves. And then for the rest, for the rollout, we're going into, you can imagine it a little bit like McDonald's. So we use the existing infrastructure and we give the process, we give the technology, and we give the menu card, which is in our case, the battery library, to be able to roll out quickly and in a platform style. So we focus on developing new, better and better technology, and we use existing infrastructure to roll out.
Thank you. Next question, Andre.
What group of customers will give you a biggest revenue stream in coming years?
Yeah, the recyclers, where we enhance the results of their battery recycling process.
All right, we have time for a third question, Helmut. Or Andre, whoever has one.
My question is, which batteries are you focusing first? The large ones that are easier to dismantle, or the small ones where we have a lot of volume in a sense?
Yeah, great question. I think you already gave half of the answer in your question. We did start off with the small batteries, but from a different perspective, because the small battery packs, they come off the market a lot closer to when they enter, right? So you take a power tool, after 2-3 years, it will come out of the market. Same for an e-bike and so on. And I think for a car battery, it's more if they run properly, the batteries. We get a lot of scrap batteries, but if they run properly, it takes 8 years.
We ran out of time.
Focus on the small ones.
Thank you very much. You were still the first one to answer 3 questions. We are moving on, and our next nominee is N-Line, represented by Gilda Costa. Let's see the pitch.
Imagine a world where the digitalization of energy assets is done by software approach, without the need of going to the field, without the need of hardware or sensors, and by using only internet connection. Hi, Manuel Lemos. I'm co-founder and CMO of N-Line. N-Line developed a unique technology in the world that is capable of replacing sensors and hardware and making the digitalization process completely different. We are creating daily digital twins all around the world with top customers from the utility sites, TSOs, DSOs, power generation, and also industrial customers. And we use a unique software solution that uses physics, mathematics, artificial intelligence, machine learning, and finite elements to create a very, very accurate software system that can see in real time what is happening in all assets, from electrical, mechanical, thermal, weather variables. We can understand what is happening, and we can understand what will happen, what kind of events, failures, and we can take decisions proactively. This technology is a game changer in the industry. We believe that to face the challenges of the energy transition and climate change, the digitalization of energy assets must really speed up. We need to solve congestions in transmission lines. We need to face the problems of heat waves. We need to understand and avoid wildfires that are provoked by transmission lines. And we need to be prepared to be a fully energy-based society. Enline is already doing that. We are considered as one of the companies, startups in the world that is pushing up more to the climate change by the World Energy Council. We received an award recently. We are working daily to avoid emissions, and we are working daily to make our energy system stronger.
Thank you very much. First question, Andre.
Hello, I have a question about geography. As energy is global, what kind of plans do you have for expansion?
So thank you for your question. Enline is a global company. We work with energy distribution and transmission all over the world. And because we have a software service, we can work globally and implement our solutions everywhere. So there's no limits for us. We understand that each region of the globe has its specific problems and issues. So some regions will have issues with heat waves, while others will have issues with storms. So we understand the differences in regions and their difficulties in the transmission line, and so we can adapt.
Thank you very much. Helmut?
Yeah, I'm interested in so what is the most needed or your anchor product when it comes to some markets with a lot of renewables, like think about Germany. So what is the main need of TSOs? You have quite a wide and really interesting range of services. What is the main key point that you're solving in this market?
Well, I would say it's probably our solution to monitor the grid and avoid congestion. So if we think about renewables, as you mentioned, they are intermittent sources. So sometimes it's a sunny day or a sunny moment and there's a lot of energy being produced in a solar plant. And other times there's not so much energy being produced. And that causes congestion on the line.
Thank you very much. Unfortunately, we ran out of time. Thank you so much. And we are moving on to our next nominee. In heart, Jean-Marc Peyrat. Let's see the pitch.
Hi, I'm Jean-Marc Peyrat, the CTO and founder of InHeart, a spin-off from IHU Lyric, a unique worldwide top-tier institute in cardiology based in Bordeaux, France. InHeart provides an AI-based digital twin of the patient's heart to cardiologists to have a more comprehensive understanding of the patient condition and to improve patient care. So chronic structural heart disease due to problems in the cardiac muscle is a major burden for society, with 60 million asymptomatic patients, 20 million symptomatic, and they represent 20% of human mortality. But they are currently poorly managed, such as patients with sudden cardiac death risk with lack of early detection of asymptomatic patients. 90% of them are missed, and the lack of effective decision support tools. 2/3 of patients are implanted without real need. And procedure still have a high failure rate. 40% of patients need a second intervention. So InHeart provides to cardiologists a digital twin of the patient's heart with unprecedented key insight on the cardiac muscle state using AI and physiological simulation. It can help to better diagnose, manage, and treat patients. It's a €6 billion market with a double-digit growth. We already have one digital twin solution for therapy support commercialized in Europe and US that helps cardiologists to better plan and guide cardiac interventions on patients with arrhythmias. It makes these interventions much simpler, 60% faster, and 25% more effective, reducing costs for both hospitals and payers. More than 5,000 patients have been treated so far across 140 sites in Europe and US. We went over €1 million revenue last year, and we expect to break even at the end of 2025, at which point we will raise our Series A to scale up the business to the next level with additional solutions in prevention and screening of sudden cardiac death and stroke. We have an experienced, complementary, and passionate founding and leadership team, including key opinion leaders in cardiology, radiology, medical imaging, and artificial intelligence, as well as serial entrepreneurs. EIT Health has supported InHeart since its inception in 2017, with most of their programs, Head Start Proof of Concept, Catapult, Bridgehead, Startup Amplifier, VCOE, and we even obtained EIT Health France Award for connecting healthcare public forces to innovate. InHeart vision is to bring to the next level precision medicine in cardiology with its unique digital twin solution and to make it available to most patients around the world.
Thank you very much. Next question, Helmut.
Hello. Hi, Jean-Marc. I'm interested in seeing your business model and seeing how does the licensing work and how scalable is the process? How much manual effort do you need to model the digital twin?
Hi, thanks for this question. So the business model, it's a cloud-based SaaS business model where customers, the hospital can pay for cases processed for digital twin generated, or they can also have an annual subscription model with unlimited cases. And the way it works is that the hospital, the cardiologist sends the patient data, images or ECG and so on. They send it to the cloud, we process it, and then we send back the digital twin. And currently there is a manual process with a quality control of the results. We have our first version of artificial intelligence to automate the process, at least part of it. And we're working on the second generation to fully automate the whole process to support the scale-up that we plan for end of 2025.
Thank you very much. Time for a quick question and answer, Andre.
What is the customer concentration? You said you have €1 million. How many customers are paying and how many customers generate 80% of this money?
So we have more than 50 sites that are paying customers currently. And the contract can range from €10,000 to $180,000. So it depends on the size of the centers.
And two more sentences, please. We're running out of time.
Yeah, so that's it. It's a wide variety of centers.
Perfect. Thank you very much for the questions and the answer. Our next nominee, NewCaps, Mariana Otto. Let's see the pitch.
Hello, I'm Mariana Otto, CEO of NewCaps Nanotechnology. NewCaps is a biotech international company that develops and produces a new kind of functional ingredients with improved functionalities in terms of nutrition and cost to have a real impact on human health. NewCaps improves your health as we help to produce better food, supplements and drugs by making bioactive ingredients stable, easy to absorb, healthy and natural. You know, diet-related illnesses, heart disease, obesity, diabetes are the main cause of death in the world. And this is increasing the demand on functional food and drinks, diet supplements, and nutraceuticals. But producers have great difficulties to create new products. The results have a bad taste, or low stability, or they have no real effect on health and they are very expensive. And now we have a new solution, a patented technology consisting of microencapsulation using food proteins for bioactives and probiotics. We can increase the absorption of our ingredient up to 30 times. It can be done for 70% less cost than with any other current technology. We can increase the life of bacteria from days to months, and we make possible the incorporation of this ingredient into food matrices, making stability to industrial and thermal processing. The technology has been fully validated and protected, and we have scaled up the technology using conventional facilities. The final product is a powder, a smooth powder. It can be compressed, filled in a sacket or in a pill, or incorporated into any food, drink, or supplement. Our technology has application in many verticals like pharmaceutical, cosmetics, nutrition, and food. We decided to focus on for the market validation and market traction in food and nutraceutical. And in 5 years of commercial activity, we have developed 29 products for clients in 17 countries in Europe, South America, USA, and Asia. In this moment, we are growing our team, increasing our commercial capacities and industrial capacities to reach new markets and clients. I'm an economist, I'm a serial entrepreneur. I've been developing companies, making ideas, making a business to improve society for more than 20 years. I have a great technical team with on the lead of the team 9 young but experienced female doctors, really involved in improving health through nutrition. And this is NuCaps. We make possible the incorporation of any bioactive or ingredient into any food, drink, or supplement in a natural way. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much. First question, Andre.
I asked this question already. Do you plan to switch to B2C in some way? Or you plan to expand your impact only through your B2B partners?
We plan to just to work on the B2B industry and application because our clients are manufacturers of food, drugs, supplements, and ingredients, etc. And we plan to go on with B2C.
And question, do you think it's important to at least communicate with customers explaining the impact and effect of your ingredients when they, for example, see some sign on the packaging that instead of harmful ingredients, it will contain what you offer?
Yeah, what we are proposing to our clients, and in fact, just talking with a manufacturer of candies, and we are launching the line with NuCaps inside, just to say the clients that is having natural, functional, effective ingredients inside.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Thank you very much. Time for another question. Helmut.
Hi, Mariano. You have a product that reduces salt. I find this very fascinating. How did the market react to this?
Yeah, it has been surprising for us because in a few months, we have made industrial tests with 24 different companies in Spain, in Germany, in Japan, and also in Brazil. The industry was looking for some solution for reducing the quantity of sodium, but without affecting to the flavor and the taste, and using natural ingredients because our nucla, our ingredient, is just common salt and lentil and protein coming from lentil, just 2 ingredients, and it's the common flavor of salt. It's not something metallic.
We run out of time. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the questions and the answers. Our next nominee is Recatalyst Thomas Bizyak. Let's see the pitch.
Hi, we're Recatalyst and we work on optimizing use of precious metals for decarbonizations of the energy and transport sectors. So today we know that with battery technology alone we can't achieve full transport decarbonization because it has certain limitations. So especially for heavier applications and longer distances traveled, hydrogen fuel cells are becoming much more viable option. So hydrogen fuel cells essentially work by mixing hydrogen and oxygen from air, and they create clean electricity, and the only side product is water. Within the heart of each fuel cell, we find a catalyst, essentially a black powder, but about half of it is made out of rare and expensive platinum. Catalyst is essentially needed for this kind of reactions within the hydrogen fuel cells. On high production volume of fuel cells, catalyst presents over 40% of production costs. Now, this creates an issue because today's fuel cells contain 10 times more platinum if compared to the classic catalytic converters of internal combustion engine cars. So the solution is to bring down the amount of platinum to a comparable level, meaning hydrogen fuel cells fully scalable. Now, how we do it? So if you look on the left, you see the traditional process that the current industry is using, and they create catalysts with imperfections in form of empty areas or platinum agglomerates. On the right side, you see with our patent pending process, we can essentially create near-perfect distribution of platinum alloy nanoparticles with especially high electrochemical surface area having very effective catalysts. So the value for the business stakeholders, essentially 40% of less platinum in the fuel cell creates 20% lower production cost of the fuel cell systems. For Hyundai that aims to do over 500,000 systems per year, this would amount for 11-ton reduction of platinum per year, meaning over 300 million euros of cost reduction each year. In our pipeline, we currently have 20 industrial clients from 5 out of G7 economies. We launched the product in 2022 for validations, and in 2024, we're going towards pilot project and joint development agreements with an aim to obtain kilogram scale commitments. We aim also for industrialization in 2028, 2030, and we did estimations that we could create over 50 million euros of revenue from fuel cell catalyst sales. So essentially, we are a seed round funded company, and we look for Series A, combining venture capitals with corporate venture capitals and EIT Accelerator up to 12 million euros around. 5 key activities. We aim to do pre-industrialization and search for partnerships. We also aim to finalize our pilot production premises, get the right fuel cell product market fit, expand our platform to other markets as well, and also work on internationalization of our company. So thank you for your attention. Please support us to support the hydrogen economy.
Thank you very much. First question, Helmut.
Hi, Thomas. Can you tell us a bit about your go-to-market strategy in the next years? And I have one thing that I think is really interesting. The perfect distribution that you're doing, is this also applicable to other resources?
Yeah, hi to all. So thank you for the question. So go-to-market strategy, it's definitely industrialization. It's quite enormous task. So we're looking for strategic partnerships across the value chain, because on one end, we are dependent on the raw materials, but on the other hand, we need the final users, which are fuel cell stack producers or also OEMs. So when we say that we work across the value chain with industrial partners, over 20 of them, meaning that we are now testing various models, how to partner, and we are considering either through licensing or either some joint, let's say joint ventures in some scenarios. So during the Series A, a lot of this will clarify how to get to the maximum impact and how to join all these players with their own interest and this major goal to push the technology further. And regarding the second question, yeah, the technology is applicable to other fields as well. So water electrolysis is the next step that we aim for. Also power to X, such as CO2 reduction, electrochemical reduction. These are all applications that we can address, and it's very important to have technology such as ours that is scalable, cost efficient, and that is actually able to exploit these raw materials, platinum group metals, because Europe said that this is a critical area of economic interest to make a very resilient economy.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the question and the answer. Our next nominee is Stillfold Jonas Naivang. Let's see the pitch.
Manufacturing is the base of prosperity in Europe. It stands for 32 million working lives and 80% of the export revenue. We're in the middle of a perfect storm where complexity and products needs to change.
Or we plant it like a tree, connecting it to the ground with the ideal foundation for any terrain. With a folded triangular section and 3 connecting points, we're mimicking the tree root, allowing nature to teach us about standing steady. Let's create a greener future one fold at a time.
Our unique recipe for smart manufacturing enables OEMs, manufacturers, SMEs to rethink and reduce the way they produce. We address key industries like mobility, automotive and transportation, as well as energy and enclosures. We have an artistic vision and a scientific edge with a strong leadership.
Fewer parts, less weight, and significantly lower CO2 emissions. But this is just the beginning.
We are well positioned to take a leadership position with our cutting-edge technology. This will enable us to take approximately 135 clients in 5 years, equivalent to 100+ million euro in revenue.
This would mean the possibility to use Swedish steel with a much lower environmental impact. This would also mean stopping 9 million kilograms of carbon emissions from ending up in the atmosphere.
Now we're looking to accelerate the green transformation in Europe, and we need your help. We need growth financing to take this to the next level, and we want to share this opportunity with a foundational visionary investor.
Thank you very much. First question, Andre.
Yeah, the first question is, do you see that your clients will be those who want to upgrade their existing models and their existing design, or people, companies who are building something new from scratch? Jonas, do you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, maybe I will repeat the question. Do you think your customers will be companies upgrading their existing models, or it will be something building new from scratch?
I think it's both, but mostly existing models. I would say to improve those and structurally optimize them and create them in less parts with less of CO2 and less waste.
Okay, time for more. Helmut?
This is a combination of a software and hardware business. As I understand, how is your way going forward to this? How are you going to promote this and scale this up in the market to revolutionize manufacturing?
Our plan is to first own the hardware development ourselves, but then outsource it, and then let the IP free for the hardware to scale the hardware with many manufacturers, and actually be more of a software and IP-driven solutions provider, where we capitalize on this design licenses and the big data that's generated from the hardware to the software.
All right, time for one more quick question. Andre, do you have another one, or Helmut?
No.
How do you distribute your software? Is this a plugin to CAD systems that are out there and used in manufacturing, or is it something standalone?
It's a plugin, an add-on to SolidWorks and Autodesk software suite. So ADS and the AutoCAD and those systems.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the questions and the answers. We are moving on to our next nominee, WSense Chiara Petroli. Let's see the pitch.
Now, in this environment, unfortunately, we cannot use anything to communicate as we're using the terrestrial world. So we built kind of an underwater Wi-Fi. And based on these technologies, we have developed Internet of Things devices that are kind of multi-parametric wireless observatories, being able to monitor water quality, for instance, temperature, dissolved oxygen, pH, salinity, turbidity, chlorophyll, current wave tidals. And thanks to our patented wireless technologies, they can provide this data to the surface easily. And from the surface through traditional technologies like satellite communication, cellular system, we can deliver the data to the user, policymakers, companies, scientists.
WSense is a deep tech company started by Chiara, top 2% world scientist according to Stanford University, together with Daniele in a laboratory in Italy. Over time, we have built a team who has secured our technology leadership, and since 2021, we have been structuring the company together with senior executives and market experts. In total, we are more than 50 people, which include highly educated professionals covering multi-domain topics, electronic, cybersecurity, etc., as well as maritime industry knowledge. We have a team ready to take WSense to the next level. Last year, the World Economic Forum awarded us as one of the most innovative companies in ocean data, which gave us visibility and access to the top innovative companies and CEO at global level. We have customers and partners such as Aker, Saipem, ENI, Terna, Alcatel Submarine Networks, and National Center for Wildlife. We go to market directly via channel and industry partners, and we are focusing on implementing Internet of Underwater Things solutions, which connect drones and sensors and creating the Internet of the Ocean.
Thank you very much. WSense will be represented by Claudio Latorre for the Q&A. And the first question goes to Helmut.
Hi, Claudio. Good to see you.
Hello.
Can you briefly tell us how the underwater communication works and what is the range of it? It's not Wi-Fi.
Sure. Thanks for you guys. Yes, it's not Wi-Fi. We use acoustic to basically transmit data from our hardware to the cloud. Usually between we call it hop, so a W node and another, there is in average 800 meters. So if you want to build like a 8 kilometers network, so then you need 8 or 10 of our basic equipment.
Thank you very much, Andre. You're still on mute, Andre.
Do you think that the ocean market will continue to be more B2B, environment, science, etc., or you see some opportunities for more consumer markets?
So we believe that in the short, medium term, it's B2B mainly, and then it will, as the we call it coverage grows, then there will be room for actually B2C. If you think about, for instance, the connected tablets, so where you can chat with other divers. So you need a network first, and then you can actually be able to chat with other divers or with someone in another part of the world, or messaging on Telegram or on Instagram, right? But first we need coverage, and then this will come.
Thank you very much. Thank you for all the questions and all the answers. And now, once again, we move on to the most exciting part of the category. As all the nominees pop up on the screen, we will soon know who the finalists are and who get to move on to the final stage. And as excitement rises, everybody arrives. And again, strictly in alphabetical order, the finalists are Enline, EIT InnoEnergy, InHeart, EIT Health, and Recatalyst, EIT Raw Materials. A round of applause to all the finalists here in the studio, back at home. Congratulations. Well done, and thank you for being here with us and sharing all your great pitches. And with that, with the last finalist announced, we have reached the end of the semifinals. Congratulations to all the nominees for the incredible pitches, and good luck to all the finalists for the next stage of the competition. And once again, thank you very much for the jury members for being here with us. Now, as promised at the beginning, it's time for you to decide who was your favorite. You get to vote for the EIT Public Award winner. You can simply go to EITawards.eu and you can vote with your email address. The voting is open and will stay open until the 20th of February. Mentioning the 20th of February, don't forget to tune in for the EIT Awards ceremony on 20th February, happening at the EIT Summit. You can go there on the website, use the same link, and stream it just like you did this one. My name is Peter Haidu. Thank you very much for watching the semifinals with us, and we hope to see you on the 20th of February. Take care.